Hello everybody, this is John Gilbert here at Security First Asset Management. I'm here with the weekly market update for the week ending March 24th. And I'd also like to go over and announce some events that we have coming up here in the near future. Now, the first event that I wanted to go over is going to be our Trump tax cuts ending. That will be occurring next Thursday in the Macon office. That will be April 4th. That's at 5:45. Dinner will be provided. During that event, we will be discussing the 2017 Tax Cuts and Job Act. We'll also be discussing how the sunsetting of the Trump's tax cuts will what changes that will bring about. We'll also be going into how you can prepare for possible tax rates in the future. The next event that I'd like to announce, that will be our food truck and shred event. That will be April 25th. That's from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and that will be at our Macon office in the back parking lot. Now, as far as that event goes, if you're anything like me, I'm sure you have a file cabinet full of old documents that you really don't need to keep holding on to. We invite you to bring those down. We'll have a shred truck that we can load everything up into, and we'll also have a food truck to provide food for everybody. And then the last event that I wanted to announce, that will be a car show. That is coming up in May. It'll be May 16th at 5:30. Now, as far as that event goes, we want to let everybody know, family, friends are invited. We want to give you a heads up in case you did want to enter your car and you needed some time to prepare and get ready for that. If you have any questions about any of those events, please feel free to contact us at the office. We're always happy to help out and answer questions about those. And if you'd like to attend, please let us know so we can prepare and plan accordingly. Now, going into the weekly market update, last week domestic equities moved higher. All three major indexes hit new highs on Wednesday and then again on Thursday. Now, there were some declines that occurred on Friday, but despite the Friday declines, the S&P ended the week up 2.3%, the Dow ended up 2%, and the NASDAQ was up 2.9%. Now, this rise in markets is largely due to the news and the announcements from the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve met last week, and on Wednesday they announced their plans to keep interest rates where they currently are, and that benchmark interest rate will remain between 5.25% and 5.5%. Now, this is bringing about hopes of the end of the era of higher borrowing costs. The Fed also announced that they still anticipate 3 rate cuts in 2024. At the beginning of the year, they had said that they were going to be doing 3 rate cuts, and they're still sticking to that right now. However, they did adjust their forecast farther into the future, and they have reduced the number of rate cuts that they are expecting for 2025 and 2026. And so that is suggesting that rate cuts might not be coming down as quickly as was initially expected. Now, in regards to the recent uptake in inflation data for January and February, the Fed Chair Jerome Powell, he stated, "We know that reducing policy restraint too soon or too much could result in a reversal of the progress we have seen on inflation and ultimately require even tighter policy to get inflation back to 2%. With all the recent data and tentative rate cuts, the Fed's main goal is still to reduce inflation. So obviously, going forward, the number of rate cuts that they are expecting or that they'd like to happen, all that's dependent upon inflation. So that can change going forward. Now, the news from the Fed helped. It helped stocks and it kind of helped consumer and trader expectations, and they reacted positively to that news. The news from the Fed, it helped to drive a bond market rally and thus a decline in U.S. Treasury yields over the week and across the yield curve. That is all for the weekly market update. If y'all have any questions, please contact us. You know where to find us. Thank you so much.